Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer McKee from McKee Health Transformation. So, in case you don't know, I have lost 185 pounds naturally, no weight loss surgery. I did this by making small, gradual changes to my emotional health as well as my nutrition. And I had an issue with my feet that prevented me from doing a lot of exercise when I first started. I ended up having foot surgery. So, I actually lost, like 120 pounds naturally before I actually was able to start exercising a lot. So that really proved to me how important nutrition is, and also how important changing your relationship with yourself is. When I talk about changing relationship with yourself, one of the things that I really started to do at the beginning of my journey was learn how to keep promises to myself. That is something I was not doing. I would tell myself, diet starts Monday, starting tomorrow, I am going to exercise 7 days a week, or whatever the case was, I would be telling myself these things, but I would never follow through. So, we have no problem usually keeping promises to other people, like our children, our spouse, our friends. But when it comes to keeping promises to ourselves, a lot of times we struggle with that. So what happens is when you don't keep promises to yourself, that causes your belief in yourself and your trust in yourself to diminish. So then you don't believe in yourself, you don't trust yourself to make the best choices for you. How many of you out there right now know that you need to make a lot of changes, but you don't believe you can do it? Does that sound familiar? That was like the story of my life. And the reason you feel that way is because you haven't kept promises to yourself. But it's not just about keeping promises to yourself. It's about setting yourself up for success by setting attainable goals. That was my other issue. I never set attainable goals for myself. I was setting things that I knew that I couldn't commit to. So I was just setting myself up for failure. I felt like I had to eat 100% clean. I had to exercise 7 days a week. And you know what? You don't have to do any of that. I lost 185 pounds naturally, and I didn't do that. So, and I did not starve myself, and I ate a lot of calories and just made sure to fuel my body with the proper nutrients that it needed. So anyway, that's kind of twofold: learning how to keep promises to yourself, and also setting attainable goals. When you do that, your relationship with yourself will start to change. You'll start to trust yourself again. You'll start to believe in yourself again. You will become unstoppable. It's really, really amazing. So I would really highly suggest that you come up with 1 to 3 small attainable goals. Write them down. Don't keep it in your head, because if you keep it in your head, we usually forget. When you're trying to create healthy habits and habit change, it's so important to write this stuff down and read it every day. I used to read my goals every morning to remind myself what I was working toward. Because if it's not a habit yet, a lot of times you'll forget to do it. So it's good to remind yourself of what habit you're trying to create. So the goals are going to be things that are going to turn into healthy habits. You can only lose the weight and keep it off, or also maintain good health if you have healthy habits. If you don't have healthy habits, if you're depriving yourself to lose the weight, you're starving yourself, all of that stuff does not work in the long run. And you probably know that because you've probably tried every diet out there like I had done, and nothing, I would lose weight, but I could never keep it off, right? So now I've kept the weight off for over 1.5 years. So it's so important that these goals you recognize are going to become healthy habits. They're going to be things you're going to do the rest of your life. And that's going to help you keep the weight off and also help you maintain your good health. So remember, write down the goals. I put it actually in my cell phone. That's where I would put my list of goals, and I would read it every morning. It takes a couple of minutes to read it. Remind myself what I was working toward. So those are my tips for today, is to keep those promises to yourself and learn how to set attainable goals. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be talking to you soon. Take care. Bye.